Hi and welcome to today's daily reading, which is for the 17th of July. And today's daily reading is coming from Each Day a New Beginning, Daily Meditations for Women. And it starts with a quote from Anne Morrow Lindbergh. The problem is not merely of women and career, women and the home, women and independence. It is more basically how to remain whole in the midst of the distractions of life. How to remain balanced no matter what centrifugal forces tend to pull one off centre. How to remain strong no matter what shocks come up and come in the periphery and tend to crack the hub of the wheel. I don't think I did that one very well. I'm going to read it again. The problem is not merely one of women and career, women and the home, women and independence. It is more basically how to remain whole in the midst of the distraction of life. How to remain balanced no matter what centrifugal forces tend to pull one off centre. How to remain strong no matter what shocks come in at the periphery and tend to crack the hub of the wheel. Okay, before getting into this recovery program, many of us didn't cope with life's distractions, except with the help of our addiction. We had no sense of wholeness and were constantly bouncing from one crisis to another. We may still feel pulled, the crisis may still trip us up, but we have a centre now that we are beginning to understand and rely upon. That centre is our spiritual self. Slowing down, going within to our centre, listening to the message therein, unravels our problem, smooths the waves of the storm. The strength to go forward awaits us. We can absorb the shocks that crack the hub of the wheel and be enriched by them. Each moment we are weaving our tapestry of life. Each experience colours our designs. Our pain and sorrow and joy give the depth that one day will move us to say, I see, I understand. I will be grateful for the experiences today that give my tapestry its beauty. Oh, that's a beautiful reading. It wasn't so beautifully read at the beginning, but it is a beautiful reading. And for those of you who have only just tuned in for the first time from this book, it's a book written for a 12-step program for women in recovery, for anybody in recovery, really. I know it says, meditations for women, but it's applicable to everybody that discovers the book. I found this book in a secondhand store years ago, and I love it. I love everything about it. And it took me a few days to realize that they were actually talking about a 12-step program. But I still thought everything was applicable to me, despite the fact I wasn't in a 12-step program. So, the program helps people, a 12-step program does help people to feel more centered. They feel supported and they build on the strength that they discover within. There's trusting a higher power is one of the steps, I think, in all the programs, and it's this trust of this higher power, which really is our inner power, as far as I'm concerned. I think we are connected to God, but we are also God. It's a bit like we could be the wave, but we're also the ocean. So I think, all of us are connected to the same source. And you can choose to call it whatever you want. It can be called the God of your understanding, or not. It could be just, my husband calls whatever it is the sky fairy. He laughs, I laugh. Years ago, I couldn't laugh. And years ago, I turned away from God completely because of certain things that are written in the Bible that didn't sit well with me. So now I come at God from a non-religious, although I am a Christian, I do believe in Jesus, but I come at God from a place of choice. I choose to believe that there's a source bigger than me, and it's there to support me, and I pray every day, several times a day, and it's great. But we are talking about this, absorbing the shocks that crack the hub of the wheel. We all face these challenges, we all face crisis, we all face chaos. And, for me, building this inner strength helps me to cope and to sail through these shocks that happen, because they do, because life is, it has shocks, it has to have them, because we need them to grow. If it was all plain sailing, we really wouldn't learn anything. So what would be the point? Okay, 5 minutes are up. I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. Namaste. Love to you all. Bye now.